heard there's gonna be a recount on it. No.
I wouldn't do it because I was still trying to do something. 46 homes.
Good, because the judge was checking into it. Because they said.
Well, one of the things, like, I was trying to help my sister out a little bit, like, and I don't remember the statistics still I ran last time, but my sister's running for magistrate in Grayson County. And see, my dad's twin brother was judge executive there for 27 years, and that's kind of what got me inspired. But my sister, before ever thinking about me possibly moving back there, talked about that, so I can't be mad. And so I've been supportive. But long story short, they ran a news article that said 19,000 registered voters in Grayson County. And then I was looking at Southern Indiana. They said I think they were like 12.7%. So what are you guessing? So let's you say 10%. What do we got right now in Bullitt County?
It's probably, my guess is probably 30,000 Republicans, maybe 35, and then 5 of
Trying to get rid of that, right?
Yeah. But there's nearly nothing on that side. So you take the 30 and you take 10%. You're only talking about 3,000 people that are going to go out. Then you break it up into districts like their district.
Well, but I mean, let's say that you got 60
I'm not getting,
let's say there's 10,000.
no, I'm not getting bullied and voicemails and I'm not
Let's
getting
give
voicemails and then it freezes up on me.
Yeah.
4,000.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah. Somebody, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you send it to your printer? Just send it.
Right, right.
Is this public record?
Yeah. Let's see. 10% turnout. Yeah, Southern Indiana was somewhere between 12 and a half to 13. I remember when they announced. They just had their election a couple weeks ago.
Well, I think I'll be back on physical. I think that's fine.
So I don't, it's, we will all know.
How are you? Nice and relaxed today? Not
I
worried
remember
about
what you were saying to me.
Definitely, yeah, kind of bittersweet.
Probably
Are you
good
upset?
days, it was probably true. Now, see, he feels much better because 10 years ago, he wouldn't have been smiling.
You better be relieved and happy, okay?
No, I am, but but part of me, like, I don't want to, part of me don't like to give up, like water is kind of a bill here, but I never dreamed I'd go back home. And I told
So are you for sure moving there?
still about there. I mean, all my work on World War I.
That's right. Everybody else?
Who knows? I don't know.
So we went joking, we went down to the road course, like riding the ABC, everybody, there was people like that. I said, y'all bring horses that can handle me? And she said, oh yeah, don't worry about that weight. We got plenty of units that can handle you. So, it's our little horse called Big Booty Judy. Big Booty Judy, that is the horse name I rode. They said they had a 350-pound weight limit. I said, I'm over that. I said, well, we got one for you.
Oh,
Well, good morning and welcome to the Bullitt County Fiscal Court. Today is May 19th, 2026. And at this time, Magistrate Blimo, if you'd lead us in prayer and the pledge of allegiance, please, sir.
Let's pray. Gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you this morning just thanking you and praising you for your many blessings. We thank you for all that you've done for us. We just pray that today during this meeting that you give us guidance and wisdom and direction. Help us to lead and do what we should, to only say what we should. We pray that you forgive us for our sins, shortcomings, and failures. We thank you for this time of year, Lord, when people can go out and make decisions. So we just pray that you would just help us through today and all the rest of the time that we need you, Lord. We also just thank you for Jesus, your Son, who died on the cross for us. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Brian. At this time, Sam, if you call the roll, bring the court to order, please.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Mr. Blemo?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson? Yes. Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Ms. Sanders? Present.
Thank you. Approval of minutes from the May 5th, 2026 Bullitt County Fiscal Court meeting.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes from the May 5th, 2026 meeting.
Second.
I have a motion by First District Magistrate Sanders, a second by Fourth District Magistrate Blamo to approve the minutes of Bullitt County Fiscal Court meeting May 5th, 2026 as presented. Candy, call the roll.
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Blemo?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes. Thank you. Treasurer's transfer report.
Yes, those are dated for April the 30th and also for May the 19th, 2026 for your approval.
I make a motion that we accept the treasurer's transfer report.
I'll second.
I got a motion by Second District Magistrate Logston, a second by First District Magistrate Sanders to approve the treasurer's transfer report as presented. Candy, call the roll.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Blemo?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Presentation and approval of all bills.
I'll make a motion that we approve all bills as presented.
Second.
I got a motion by Third District Magistrate Johnson, a second by Fourth District Magistrate Blamo to approve the bills as presented. Candy, call the roll.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Blemo?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Ms. Logston? Mr.
Thank-
Logston?
Thank you. Treasurer's report.
Treasurer's report includes the appropriation condition report, a revenue condition report, the interfund cash transfer report, and the financial statement through April the 30th of 2026 for your approval.
I make a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
Second.
I got a motion by First District Magistrate Sanders, a second by Second District Magistrate Logston to approve the treasurer's report as presented. Candy, call the roll.
Mr. Blemo?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Mr. Sanders? Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Guest speakers, and please limit your time to 3 minutes, please, unless there's questions from the court. Rick, K-A-R-S-C-H-N-E-R, 419 Whitetail Trail Road Safety. Yes, sir. You can come up to the podium, please, sir.
My name's Rick Karshner, 419 Whitetail Circle, Vietnam veteran.
Okay.
I'm here because of a safety issue on Hebron Lane. You're aware of the problem. We've had 3 letters sent to them. Nothing's being done. We can't stop it. It's a residential road. Harper was built because there's too many accidents already on Hebron Lane and deaths. 3 orders were issued by you and you. Yesterday, yeah, I got it right here.
One letter was sent by Charlie Spalding.
And yesterday we went and he says, well, we can issue another one. That would be number 4. Nothing's being done. It said, don't go by the hospital on the 22-ton bridge. They're still doing it. 51 loads Friday, 49 runs on Saturday. 1 bus have been run off. This is all Hillview Police. 1 bus, 5 vehicles on Saturday alone. What's it gonna take for somebody to die? I mean, something has to be done. It's a 19-foot road. Commercial vehicles have to be 30 feet. It's happening every day. This is the worst fight I've been in since Vietnam. I've done everything by the book and nothing's working. I've called the police, sheriff's department, Kentucky State Police. They say, well, we only have 2 officers for 5 counties. We can't get out there. So where do we go? When somebody dies, is that what it's going to take?
Okay, so I know it doesn't sound like it's any help to you, but we're following the process. We've been through this before up on top of Brooks Hill, and we were able to stop a dumping area up there. When people ignore the law, there's consequences, and that's what happened up on Brooks Hill. There was heavy fines, and I know it's no help to you right now, but we're following the process of what we learned from the last time. And to be able to alleviate that problem moving forward, you have to let us work and do our jobs.
I mean, it's all on video. We took it to him yesterday, Charlie Spalding.
No, yes, sir. And Rick, I'm not cutting you off, but I do want you to understand we're here to protect you and to help you. And we're trying to do things the right way.
Well, so am I.
Well, what is the next step?
The next step is exactly what we're doing, Ms. Johnson.
Waiting?
Pardon?
Waiting for them to get done?
No. What we've done, we've sent them letters to cease and desist. They haven't done it.
But
So
can we
we,
make like a human chain and tell them you can't do this? Do not come in
Judge,
here,
if I
stop.
could-
Whoa, whoa,
if I
whoa,
could
whoa,
jump in.
whoa,
I think
Karen.
there's some misunderstanding in the community about what has happened.
right.
So there's no order in place, no order's been sent. One letter has been sent by Charlie Spalding reminding them what the limits are under the land disturbance permit. So they have a valid land disturbance permit, but it limits the amount of dirt that can be moved in a day. So Charlie Spalding sent a letter last Thursday, I believe, reminding them, hey, these are the limits. If you go outside those limits, there could be repercussions. So the next step is going to be for Charlie Spalding to go up there and see what is going on, and then the next step would be a cease and desist.
Right.
In his office yesterday, he calls the man by his first name even. There's nothing wrong with that, but it don't sound good. Well, I'll go up and talk to him, Danny. Well, I can issue another letter. 4 letters have been sent. And he just ignores every one of them.
Can I ask a dumb question? What are we even talking about?
On Hebron Lane, West Hebron, on the
Okay.
sharp corner, they're wanting to put 255 tractor trailers in there.
Okay.
Supposedly it's zoned light industry.
It is.
You look up light industry, no smoke, no noise. They're not electric vehicles. He's very arrogant. He showed it. He watches our Facebook post.
In the light industrial, the road has to be at least 30 feet wide.
Exactly.
Something 18 feet wide. They're
To
building on
house
the
a
curb.
truck parking lot, not, it can be developed for light industrial for other uses, but to have a truck parking
Terminal.
lot, the road that feeds the parking lot has to be at least 30 feet in pavement.
And that's what their site plan
So,
says
and this
they're
is
gonna
not, and it's clearly not.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
And
they
they're
have a site
limited.
plan that they're gonna do, but trucks are currently using this?
No,
They're
they're just
doing
clearing the
land
land as of right now.
Okay.
And they're limited to 5 loads a day. They're taking 40 and 50 loads a day.
Correct.
What's 50 cubic yards, whatever.
It's
I bet
trucks.
it's-
About
And it
10
says they're
trucks.
not supposed to go over the bridge by the hospital, which is a 22-ton bridge.
And now planning and zoning can,
It equals 10 to
well,
12.
here's the thing to remember be the truckloads coming off the property. That's what Charlie can look at.
Well, this is something, Brian, we talked about this before. It sounds like this hasn't went in front of planning zoning, or has it?
So they've submitted a site plan. Charlie
Okay.
rejected it because the road that feeds this would-be parking lot is not 30 feet in pavement width. So they've been advised via email that their site plan will not be approved, and it won't be approved unless the, Heber Lane is widened, and that's,
And then your concern is regardless of that particular notice, they're continuing to do
Well, they
construction
have a
there.
land disturbance permit that allows them to do like pre-construction land work, but it limits them to removing 50 cubic yards of dirt per day. And again, you all would have to tell me how much dirt that is.
And they can only work from 7 AM to 6
Yes.
PM. They're working until 11
And that's
PM.
not happening either. 9 o'clock on Thursday night. They were there till 9 o'clock.
So a roll-off dumpster, most people know that, what we use for cleanup days, generally 4 yards. So about maybe 12,
12 of those
13 of
a day,
those,
yeah.
maybe. So, and a dump truck is gonna carry the same amount, so
That's
if
12
they're
of them.
doing 4 or 5 times what they should.
And the weight limit's not supposed to exceed 22 tons on the road.
Correct, and it was on both bridges, but when they
On
brought the
both bridges and the
excavation
road.
equipment in, the signs disappeared.
Again,
It
planning
just-
and zoning can't police the weights. That would not fall under.
We can't get the state police out because there's only 2 officers for 5 counties. They won't send anybody out. If you go by where the sinkhole was on Hebron Lane, it's getting ready to happen again,
And it's 7,200 square feet, sinkhole?
ma'am.
The sinkhole 7,200 square feet that
No,
fell
The
through?
one in the road that they had to redo, and every time it rains, they have to put barricades up because it floods. What are they gonna do then? Go through Fox Chase? I mean, we're not getting answers to this. Somebody's gonna get hurt.
Well, Tammy, how far are we into this? I know he mentioned 4 letters. and I think
There
he
haven't
said
been 4 letters.
there's
There's been one email that Charlie sent to the developer that said, hey, we are not gonna approve your site plan, the road is not wide enough, so unless something changes with the road, your plan will not be approved. That email was sent separately. Last Thursday, Charlie sent a letter saying, hey, we receive complaints on a daily basis that you're in violation of the land disturbance permit, and it reminded them, hey, you can only move 50 cubic yards of dirt a day, and these are your timeframes.
So he sent an email, then a letter.
Yes,
Yeah, I
The
got
letter
it.
was sent when?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Last week.
Well, you sent a letter a month ago.
I have not sent a letter. Charlie Spalding sent a letter last Thursday.
What about the one a month ago?
That was an email from Charlie Spalding.
A month ago?
Here's a copy.
The date is whatever it was.
Yeah, it was like
But
at least
today's
a month
just
ago.
Tuesday, the letter was sent on Thursday, so there's a possibility they may not even receive it.
Well, he emailed it to them. He emailed
yeah.
it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's been opened. They've seen it. This is a copy of it.
okay.
And
I think they're aware of the letter.
that next day, 49 loads. Saturday, 51 loads. It's all documented. We have cameras on
We
the
have
corner.
cameras on the dog.
Okay. Well, what is our county policy if somebody don't
Well, it was,
do what we tell them to do? Like, what is that next
well,
step
it's,
right now?
it's no different than what we did with the folks up on top of Brooks Hill.
Well, they just moved to another place to dump.
Yeah, they're still doing that every day.
And that was just Mr. Belcher.
But
So
the
what
other
was the end
question-
result of Mr. Belcher?
Pardon?
What was the end result of Mr. Belcher's place then?
You closed him down.
There you go. So, there you go.
And I
All
think
right.
the thing-
To a new place.
Here's the guy who might be able to answer some of our questions.
Charlie.
Right on time.
Well, this, I'll be honest, sitting on the court, unless something just blew over my head, this is the first time I'm.
It wouldn't have been before the court.
Okay, this is,
matter has never come
okay,
before this
I've never
court.
heard, this first
Right.
time I've ever heard, I don't even know, that's why I said, I don't mean to ask a dumb question, but I have no idea what we're talking about.
But this lot that he's talking about, it backs up to the side of the Fox Chase.
Okay,
city of Fox
okay,
Chase.
okay.
It's in the city of Hillview, but it's Sussex Drive, I think it's, that
Yes.
entire drive backs up to this lot, and it is zoned light industrial.
Okay,
Right.
yeah, it is.
See, our question on that was, the previous owner has been paying taxes on agriculture for 30 years. Okay, if it's light industry, and nobody can, Charlie will tell you, there's nothing stating that. We look, he goes to different things, what should it be zoned? Well, we should be notified before zoning change. And if taxes been paid for 35 years on agricultural land, Somebody owes y'all some money if it's zoned light industry.
My understanding, I don't know if this was Charlie kind of working backwards and piecing it together, I'm not sure, Charlie would have to speak to that, but my understanding was it's been zoned light industrial for a long time,
79, I believe.
so.
Yeah.
But that's just, it was never voted in. It's just what they elected to put it as supposedly. Hillview Mayor, talked to him last night, we had a public meeting. He said if he'd have known it, he'd have never took it because he's not making anything off of agriculture land. That's what he told us last night. So he's under the perception that it's agriculture still.
Does this particular property fall, I'm confused, that fall within the county or the city?
It's in the city.
It's in the city.
It's in the city of Hillview, right, yeah.
Yes, they annexed it in.
Okay.
It's just past the hospital, it's in that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's in the
But
curve.
even under light
What did the
industry,
city of Hillview tell you last night? What was their response?
that they didn't know it was light industry. They thought it was agricultural.
Okay.
And even if it is light industry, you can't consider 200 tractor trailers light industry. No smoke, no noise, and I can keep on and keep on. It don't fall under that termination.
Yeah, again, to be clear, a trucking terminal or parking lot will not be allowed there. Charlie's already told them that site plan will not be approved.
You think they, in their mind, just have a plan B and they're continuing on to do something else? Is that?
I have no idea what they're doing.
He
They think
showed,
they're gonna
he showed
apply.
up at the meeting the other night. We was standing in the hall. And he comes up and him and the guy doing the excavation work, they call him Cowboy, they come in and they're laughing and he said, I told you there's nothing you can do and nobody can enforce what we're doing. Real smart. He said, what color you want the fence? I want y'all to be happy. Just arrogant as he can be.
Who is this developer?
Danny Rhodes.
Danny Rhodes is the excavator. He
He's
doesn't
the
own the property.
excavator.
Yeah, he does not own it.
But he
He's
was
just
with
hired
him
it.
at the meeting the other
Yeah, he was
night.
Who's developing? Who's the developer?
It's,
GNS Express.
yeah, GNS Trucking.
Mason Glenn, I think is the name, one of the names, the truck. He's the consultant, so he's not part of the company.
Does anybody know the name of the developer?
GNS Express.
Is that where the letter's been sent to, I guess? In the email?
So I guess my question is the 22-ton bridge, they're using triaxles, I'm sure. A
Yes, sir.
triaxle can legally haul 24 tons, which is 48,000 pounds.
And the
So
bridge limit
can-
44,000.
Right, so is there anything we can do on that, Walt, as far as,
Okay, here's where I'm at. This is what I told Louis Amshaw. I had a conversation with Sergeant Cook with the Kentucky Commercial Vehicle Enforcement. I've spoken with you previously, Brian. I can send people out there to enforce the traffic laws, not the weight laws. I don't have the people that have the expertise, and I do not have the equipment to weigh trucks. But if they're driving recklessly, my folks can issue traffic tickets for reckless driving. If they're driving, if they're running people off the road, if they're speeding, I can take care of that. Here's what it appears, most of this is civil, and this is what my thoughts would be, and this is, you can pretty well take this to the bank. What you've got is, if Charlie Spalding issues a cease and desist order, if he does that, then that is a civil order by the county to say, stop what you're doing, okay? And people can either stop what they're doing, or they can say, the hell with the county, I'm gonna do it anyway, okay? I don't have the authority to go out there and do, as sheriff, to go do anything to them for telling the county to go to hell, okay? So what Charlie Spalding would need to be doing at that point is he would need to be talking with the county attorney and the judge and the fiscal court to get the authority to file a lawsuit before a circuit judge, for the circuit judge to order that somebody, and ask for an injunction. And an injunction is an order by court to tell somebody to do something or not do something, either one. Restraining orders are different. Restraining orders only restrain somebody from doing something. But an injunction is an affirmative order from a circuit judge saying, do something. Okay? When that circuit judge says do something, i.e. stop what you're doing, and they violate that, it still doesn't come to me. I'm not out there policing circuit judges' orders. The civil authorities would again need to go and they would need to file a motion before that circuit judge saying, look, we ordered them to do this, you then ordered them to stop, here's events, instances, 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 30, whatever, your videos and so forth would be evidence to take back to a judge, asking the judge to hold them in contempt of the judge's order for violating what the judge has ordered them to do. Now, once it gets to that point and that judge then orders, sheriff, go out there and put somebody in handcuffs. Go out there and physically stop people from doing that. That's when I start taking action because I've got a circuit judge that has directed for me to get involved in a civil action. When Andy Bashir sent word, go blockade Maryville Baptist Church because I'm ordering them to not have church. I said, I will not do that. If you want something done about that, you're going to need to, excuse me.
It's okay, Walt.
You're going to need to take and get a circuit judge to order it, and then I'll consider something, but I'm not going out there without that. Same
I
thing.
understand your
The circuit
position.
judge has to take and get involved, and so I just laid out the steps that have to be done. Now, can the state come in? Can the CBE people come and start weighing those trucks? Yes, they can.
You won't get
Now, he
them.
says he's got 2 people for 5 counties. Well, send 2 of them over here. If this is, or not, Andy Bashir again is the guy that tells those folks what to do. But that's the situation that you have.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the steps. Now, that's the steps that would have to be gone through to have Charlie's letter have some teeth to it.
And that's what we did. And
That's
Barry, to
why I'm
help you,
here
that's what we
today. I
did to
need help.
Belcher.
Right,
I
the
can't help
steps.
because
So
he went
do
somewhere
the
else,
county
but we
needs
shut
to
him
file an
down
injunction?
legally.
The next step would be the cease and desist letter.
From
So
Charlie.
Charlie's gonna have to
I
go
know,
out there
that's
and
okay.
see, or look at the evidence and see, are
I
they in
know, I'm not
violation?
mad.
So
I
it's
just,
Then
I
the
mean,
cease and desist, then we file the lawsuit.
We took a hard drive
It's
to him
okay.
yesterday from the day after this letter
I know.
and showed it
It's
to
okay.
him. I'll send another letter. That's not gonna stop it. They're denying everything.
Charlie, are we at the point yet to do a cease and desist? So we could send that as email today, possibly?
Hand deliver a hard copy also.
And then on a side note on that, this has been brought up multiple times, not specific to this specific thing, but we've talked about it, and I would be inclined to move forward with it if the court so felt moved. But, and it would be dependent on you, Walt, whether, Sheriff Scholler, whether you wanted to possibly train somebody, but I'd love for us to buy a set of scales, and then possibly, I did some research just real quick, and it's not uncommon for some county governments or sheriff's departments to own some portable scales, and a lot of times they'll work in cooperation with the Department of Transportation. Possibly you could have one person designated in your office that is trained on it and work closely with them in partnership somehow, if that's, but maybe you could do a little research on it and see.
Well, I
but-
have, and
but
I've got-
I'd be inclined to,
I'd say you give them one fine, you slow them way down.
because I mean, sometimes it's, like you said, there are limited resources on that, but if we own, even if the scales, I think we're around 15,000, or, would you ever hear a number, or?
I have not gotten a number. I've been speaking, I have been in contact with the CBE, Kentucky State Police Commercial Vehicle Enforcement.
Okay,
I have spoken with them about, can they get me the price of what scales would be? I have also requested of them, we have been in discussions with them to see if I can get one of my deputies certified by them through the feds, which the commercial vehicle enforcement it's largely tied in with federal regulations and federal law. There's funding available if you get certified. I've told them I don't care about the funding. Don't misunderstand. It's not that I don't care. I told them I'm interested in getting the certification so I can have a deputy out here that will do the work. You all keep the money. I'm not looking to try to take your money. That has not gotten very far. Again, the guys down here, Sergeant Cook, he'd be tickled to death. Now, he'd be tickled to death, I'm sure. I'm not gonna take and lay that on him, because he's got superiors. But nothing's happening in Frankfurt, okay?
Right.
That's where as far as getting my guy certified.
Yeah.
They have not bought into letting us have our guy get certification. Now, our guy that I'm talking about, he's been previously certified. He's a retired Louisville Metro Police officer, and he did that work when he worked in Louisville, but he doesn't have the certification now because it expired some blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
while he was with Louisville. So we're working at trying to do something with that regard. Now, as far as weighing a truck, I don't have to have certification to weigh I don't have to have their certification to weigh the truck. But to do the full federal inspection of a truck is what I would have to have the certification for. But I can weigh a truck, except I don't have the equipment to weigh a truck.
I think we can help you with that. I mean,
Well-
I went and I've got, gosh, didn't know this was a thing. Put up an above ground swimming pool, and I got crawdads everywhere underneath it. And, so I'm gonna have to replace the liner, but I went and got 5 tons of lime yesterday, and I've got my own dump trailer. I pull up on the scale, I weigh 11,120 pounds, I leave, and I pull back on there, and I'm 16,280 or something. I don't know that we necessarily, that could be something I think maybe down the road you could work on as far as inspections of the vehicles and stuff. That could be a second part B, but part A, I don't think it would take too much training for somebody to lay out some portable scales, drive on it. The sign says this bridge is 30,000, well, you're 40,000. So I would be, Brian, I mean, we've all talked about it. I've got somebody in my district right now complaining about weight on a bridge and on a county road, and it's hard, like you said, you can't just look and guess and write somebody a ticket. But if you drop those scales out and said, sir, I need you to pull over here on these scales real quick, it's pretty black and white then whether, you're over the limit or not, and that could be a penalty or fine or citation, whatever you wanna call it. I don't know if it needs to be put in the form of a motion, but I'd like to make a motion that, I'll go ahead and do it. I'd like to make a motion that you pursue investigating the cost of scales and bring it back to us to see if it's something that we can afford to do.
Second.
Yep.
I do have one question. I know you said county roads, do y'all still have the authority to take care of state roads too?
We've got authority to enforce the laws of the Commonwealth of Kentucky.
As far as weight?
We have the authority to enforce the laws of the Commonwealth of Kentucky throughout Bullitt County.
Right.
And I don't see you necessarily having a deputy out there every day with these scales by any means, like that's his full-time job, but I could easily picture when something comes up or there's a new construction project, and you'll know where those red flags are and hot spots are, and it won't take long for people in our county to know the sheriff's department's got a set of scales and you better be within the weight limit or you're gonna pay.
Right.
And I think that's the problem right now is we have no way of 2 people and let's just get our own set of scales and stop all this mess from happening. So I'll put that in form of a motion, got a second
Yep.
by Brian.
Got a second by Brian.
For Walt, the sheriff, to pursue the purchase of scales and bring it back to us.
I will look to try to I'll do everything I can to get an answer for you to the cost
Yep,
by the next fiscal court meeting.
yep.
That's great.
Be great.
And if they were overweight, then could they get a ticket from you, or would that have to be trained? Okay.
We can enforce the laws of the Commonwealth of Kentucky throughout Bullitt County.
Anywhere.
Whether it be, there's a statute that says what weight a vehicle can be. And we can enforce that. There's a criminal penalty for violence.
Overweight.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
Oh,
Thanks,
thanks,
Rick.
Mike.
Thank you.
I hope it helped you some. I got a motion by Second District Magistrate Logsdon, a second by Fourth District Magistrate Bleemel to have the sheriff investigate the cost and the price of a set of scales to weigh vehicles with. Can they call a roll?
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Blingell?
Yes.
Thank you.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Chris Baxley.
So I don't waste your time, if a proposed data center on Cedar Grove Road and Miller's Lane, would this body have a vote to approve it or deny it?
You're gonna have to give us an exact location, because the city rambles sort of,
It's county.
is it all in the
It's
county?
like 6 or 7 miles, it's a half mile past the Cedar Grove country.
It's where the
Oh, is it?
pipeline, it's where the pipeline, had their headquarters there for a pretty good while.
Is it already zoned industrial?
No, it's
No,
ag.
No, well, then they would have to, at the
Apply
very least, they would have to
planning.
apply at planning and zoning for
right.
a zone change.
Yeah, what I'm just saying is, in order not to waste you all's time,
Right.
let's just say it gets
They apply
rezoned.
for it.
Would the fiscal court have a say in the matter?
To help you, sir, if it stays in the county, yes. But if it's, let's put it this way, the cities have a great way of rambling out and annexing things like that before it gets to us.
Okay.
I'm just trying to help you here a little bit. And when it comes to data centers, there's more than just a proposal to be able to put one there. There's power, there's water, there's all kinds of utilities that they need. It's not it's not something that our community has the resources to be able to support as we speak right now.
Exactly.
And to help you, just give me one more second here. UPS World Health, we had to jump through a lot of hoops to make sure that their 100,000 square foot freezer, 100,000 square foot freezer that sends flu and vaccine all over the world, not just in the United States, to be able to make sure that they had the resources there that if the power did go out and the power necessary to run that freezer 24 hours a day, we had to jump through a lot of hoops to help them with the local utilities, both KU and Salt River. So it's not in a data center is, the way that I understand it, is a whole lot more than that.
Right. And as we see, several are being built in Kentucky and several are being turned down. And, you know, I'm not a professional researcher, but what time I have spent, you know, you guys are our stewards. And you look forward to what Bullitt County is going to be in 30 years.
Yes, sir.
And I can't find anything positive with these data centers, other than we have to beat China for AI.
Sure.
What does that mean? But noise pollution, straining the infrastructure on power and water, no jobs. And if this is something that, since Jim Gray Construction is building a lot of them, and, you know, he was in the Bashir administration, you know, are they gonna give them tax breaks? And for how many years? Property values do go down around. So that would kind of be detrimental to the citizens of Bullitt County, because we're losing money. You know, if your business is getting free tax breaks and the property values is going down, then the government doesn't have the proper money to operate to take care of the infrastructure.
Right.
There hasn't been anything presented to us about any data centers, fiscal court. I will tell you, like she had mentioned, that the first step will be planning and zoning. Oftentimes people forget about planning and zoning, the commission going there. They make a recommendation, whether it's favorable or unfavorable. If it falls within the county, it comes up. It comes to us as a fiscal court. If it falls within the city, it goes to the city council.
Right.
I've read till I'm blue in the face that our fiscal court and judge is responsible for all these warehouses. I've been here for 8 years almost, and maybe one or two's crossed our desk up here, but they all want sewers. So as a result of having sewers, they fall within the city limits.
Right.
Same thing would fall within that data center. Just if, for example, if that data center did happen, more than likely they're going to be annexed. So it's going to be, you've got to stay on top of who your city council members are. You got to stay on top of who's on the board, who's on the chairman, who's the vice chairman, who's the president of the planning and zoning. Stay involved with planning and zoning, because they'll make a recommendation, and more times than not, if it's 2 years down the road or 5 years down the road, that's gonna then probably go to city council for a vote, because they're gonna want restrooms and sewers and everything that the county don't provide. So, in the future, it could possibly happen, but I will say too, I'm a real estate broker. I noticed not in Bullitt County, well, actually in Bullitt County, it might be why you're talking about this, but other counties as well, realtors and commercial real estate agents are marketing properties as data center potential properties. Has nothing to do with that it's been presented to planning zoning. They're just trying to go fishing and reel in somebody to come in, buy this property and pay top dollar for it. So realtors, commercial realtors are looking at pieces of large tracts of properties that they have listed, and they're throwing these potential opportunities out there, whether they could be passed or not passed. A lot of people are kind of buying into, oh gosh, there's a data center coming here, when in reality it's not. But I will tell you, stay on top of who sits on the Planning and Zoning Commission, who sits on there, talk to them, make sure they
That would
understand
be
your concern.
Charlie, right?
Well,
He's over planning and zoning.
Charlie's the leader, but there's 13 members.
There's 13 members on that makes a recommendation. I don't know what the percentage would be, but most of the time, this court's gonna follow along with the recommendation, because they're there for a reason, unless there's new facts or findings or different things that may make us make a different decision. But that's step one, is influence. Talk to those people that sit on the Planning and Zoning Commission. They're gonna make a recommendation, but for your concern, sleeping at night, you're gonna have to think in the back of your mind too, when they do make a recommendation, 90% chance it's gonna go to one of the city councils of where that's at, not necessarily us. But if it does come in front of us, we'll be aware of it.
Would it go, Cedar Grove, so let's say it's 6 miles from 65, and Cedar Grove is a little city there, so would that go to Shepherdsville?
They'll ask to be annexed.
It's still unincorporated, so right now it would come to us. But just for example, the warehouses on 245, those are in the city limits of Shepherdsville.
Right.
And that's 5 miles from.
It makes absolutely no sense when you look at a map, and I was actually didn't really realize this until I was running for Magistrate the first time. I got a map the size of this wall back here to know who was in the county and who was in the city. And it's like this. They don't have to touch in order to be annexed into the city. So you can have a cluster here, cluster here, cluster here. You would think it would all have to kind of touch in order to be added, but that's not the case. So just follow up with that property, keep an eye on planning, and then you're welcome to go there and see if something does come up. But right now, I'm not aware of anything.
No, and the other thing I would say too, so the regulations that governed planning and zoning in Bullitt County are from 1987. So we're actually working currently to update those, and we have a meeting this Thursday, actually. But there's a technical committee, Charlie's on it, I'm on it, a bunch of other stakeholders are on it, and we're looking to update those to bring them into our current century. So data centers is something that we should be looking at.
And Chris, to help you here just a little bit, I've been here now for 7 years and 5 months. We have never voted, period. Never on a big box or a stand-up or whatever acronym you want to put on it. What we have done through economic development is make sure we have the best employers, like UPS, World Health, and McKesson, and Velocity 365. Good employers that come to this community. But we have never even changed a zoning so one can fit. And that's, it'll be that way for the next 7 months anyway.
Well, yeah, and I appreciate that. It's, there were some disturbing things. That's why, I'm a firm believer that if Bashir and Gray are involved, one thing is they're straining the infrastructures, the power. Well, they've decided to go with natural gas. But that property has both of them. So I want to bring it to your attention.
Sure.
That the facts are there that it's not in the best interest of Bullitt County. It doesn't provide enough jobs, and it hurts Bullitt County. And we will follow up with the planning and zoning. I mean, I am aware, but one of the most disturbing things that I found was down in, I believe, Bessemer, Alabama. These companies, say the planning and zoning went in, they're going to mayors, city councils, fiscal courts, and they're paying individuals, politicians, and having them sign NDAs. The one Yeah.
I didn't mean, I wasn't saying,
Yeah.
that what you're saying is wrong. I'm just saying, this board would never do that.
Right,
We would
right,
change.
and, you know-
There's no such thing as an NDA with a public entity. It's not possible.
Yeah, it, you know, but like I said, with government the way it is in Frankfurt, you plan for the worst and hope for the best, you know, is what you do. And thank you, I just want to bring it to your attention, and if it does move forward, you know, I just want someone to explain what the benefits are going to be to the citizens. In 30 years, this is a bedroom community of Louisville. Sheriff, the crime is great. You keep that under control. We've moved here. We appreciate that. And, you know, those property values could be some of the highest in the area. You know, so that, you know, we don't want to take money away from the future.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Okay. Tim? All right. I thought so. Hey, Tim and Chris, thank you all for coming and bringing that to our attention, though. And I'll just repeat it one more time. We have never voted on a stand-up in this building in the last 7.5 years.
65 to 30,000 scales.
Oh,
6,500 to 30,000.
okay.
I'm a retired trucker.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Stop truckers. Bringing some portable scales out there, writing some tickets. That's
How much did you say?
6,500 to 30,000.
Okay,
Okay, all right.
If you happen to know of a vendor that sells that sort
Yeah,
of thing,
but-
please do me a favor and send that to me.
Sure, that's number 6. Oh, okay, yeah, we will. Cody?
Good morning. I'm going to set my 3-minute timer so that I respect y'all's time.
All right.
My name's Cody Kelly. I'm pretty involved in the community around here. I'm on staff at Field of Grace Church, and I also do business development and partnerships for a company that does third-party benefits. I'm completely blanking on it. Basically, what we do, Quill Benefits, is a third-party administrator for employee benefits. I'm sorry that was so hard for me to get out. We do health benefits for municipalities, employers, that type of thing. And typically, we save companies, municipalities between 10 and 30% annually. We do that in a couple of ways. We don't do price spreading. We have transparent data. You own your data, that type of thing. I spoke with Brian Bleemel. He told me to come in and just introduce myself and then reach out to your HR person, because from what I understand, you just take bids each year for who your health provider is, because we are not a health insurance company. We provide that service through our third-party administrative function. But yeah, that's who I am. Quote Benefits is the company. We are investors in the Bullitt County Chamber of Commerce, and so we're pretty involved locally. But
Okay.
thank you all for your time.
Good deal.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Cody.
And reach out to Janice before you go. She's our HR.
Yeah, there you go. Billy Ashby, I'd like to make a motion that we reappoint Billy Ashby to the Nichols Fire District Board. Would you stand up and say hello to everybody, Billy? He's a long-term resident, great activist, great person for the community. He's always been involved. I can't say enough really good things about him and what he does do. So,
I'll second that.
and I have a second from First District Magistrate Sanders. Any questions for Billy? We're hearing none. Candy, call the roll.
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Bleemel?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Congratulations. There you go. Now you've got plenty for him to do.
You
Okay,
didn't want to have your whole morning, so we pushed you off forward.
absolutely. And we have one more presentation. Chris, Justin, Rebecca. We're Good morning. Morning, Rebecca. How are you all?
Good morning. I'm not sure that everybody is aware, but Deputy Director Rebecca Osmond has been with Bullitt County 8 years?
Almost 6 years.
Almost 6 years.
Just shy.
She has been offered an opportunity and has decided to move home to Nebraska. So today is actually her last day with us. She gave her notice 2 weeks ago, I imagine.
Yeah.
Going to be a tremendous loss to our agency, but we wish her nothing but the best going forward. And we know her heart is at Bullitt County EMS, but she's at a point in life where she's got to do what's best for her family and be close to family again. So, again, a tremendous loss. She's meant so much to Bullitt County EMS. I can speak for my 8 months here. Tremendous help. I would have been lost without her. So we just wanted to present her with this token of our appreciation and wish her the best in future endeavors.
And I'm gonna clap to thank you, not to.
I have been absolutely honored and privileged to serve the judge, the fiscal court, the folks that I work for, our first responders, and this community. It's been an amazing experience. This was really my first EMS job when I came out to Kentucky. I had worked as a first responder, a firefighter, EMT, and paramedic in Nebraska for several years, came out here and was overwhelmingly welcomed by Bullitt County, by all of fiscal court. And the judge, you have been absolutely phenomenal in supporting our department and the growth that has happened there. It's been absolutely amazing. It is very difficult to walk away from this job, from my new bosses, and the folks that I have served with and worked for so long. But it's a great opportunity. I do have lots of families still back home in Nebraska, and that's really the only thing that could take me away from Bullitt County. So phenomenal people that I work with and work for, and I have, like I said, I have been honored to do what I get to do. So thank you all for the privilege of serving you, and for the time that I've been here. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you. Okay. Tammy, second reading for zoning ordinance 2026-17, Barry and Karen Crenshaw.
Commonwealth of Kentucky, County of Bullitt, zoning ordinance number 26-09, an ordinance relating to the changing of zoning of certain property from agricultural to R1 residential. The property in question is 3.7 acres, more or less, located at 8408 Thixton Lane, parcel number 061-000-00-031 in an unincorporated area of the county. Whereas the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County has considered the evidence of the public hearing held by the Joint Planning Commission and the recommendations of the Commission, the information provided in the staff report of the Office of Bullitt County Planning and Zoning, and the testimony and evidence presented at the public hearing held by the Fiscal Court, and whereas the Fiscal Court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Joint Planning Commission for said zoning change, and approves and accepts the recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes, and determines that the proposed zoning change is acceptable and should be approved. Now therefore be it ordained by the Fiscal Court of County of Bullitt, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Section 1, that the above property located in the unincorporated area of Bullitt County, and more particularly described in the minutes and records of the Planning Commission, and docket number 2026Z-17, is hereby changed from agricultural to R1 residential. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect upon passage and publication as required by law. Section 3, should any section, provision, or part of this ordinance be declared unconstitutional or invalid for any reason by a court of competent jurisdiction, then the remainder of this ordinance shall not be affected and shall remain in full force and effect. Section 4, all ordinances and resolutions to the extent they are inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed. Given first reading and public hearing at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 5th day of May 2026, given second reading at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 19th day of May 2026.
Thank you, Tammy.
I'll make a motion that we accept the recommendation of ordinance number 26-17.
Second.
Got a motion by 3rd District Magistrate Johnson, a second by 4th District Magistrate Blamel to accept Planning and Zoning's recommendation for zoning ordinance 26-17. Candy, call the roll.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Blingell?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Second reading for zoning ordinance 26-18, Samuel Duke.
Commonwealth of Kentucky, County of Bullitt, zoning ordinance number 26-10. An ordinance relating to the changing of zoning of certain property from agricultural to R4 residential. The property in question is 2.901 acres, more or less, located at 2550 Horsefly Hollow Road, parcel number 039-000-00-063, in an unincorporated area of the county. Whereas the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County has considered the evidence of the public hearing held by the Joint Planning Commission and the recommendations of the Commission, the information provided in the staff report of the Office of Bullitt County Planning and Zoning, and the testimony and evidence presented at the public hearing held by the Fiscal Court, and whereas the Fiscal Court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Joint Planning Commission for said zoning change and approves and accepts the recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes, and determines that the proposed zoning change is acceptable and should be approved. Now therefore be it ordained by the Fiscal Court of County of Bullitt, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Section 1, that the above property located in the unincorporated area of Bullitt County, and more particularly described in the minutes and records of the Planning Commission, in docket number 2026Z-18, is hereby changed from agricultural to R4 residential. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect upon passage and publication as required by law. Section 3, should any section, provision, or part of this ordinance be declared unconstitutional or invalid for any reason by a court of competent jurisdiction, then the remainder of this ordinance shall not be affected and shall remain in full force and effect. Section 4, all ordinances and resolutions to the extent they are inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed. Given first reading and public hearing at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 5th day of May 2026, given second reading at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 19th day of May 2026.
Thank you, Tammy.
I'll make a motion that we accept Planning Commission's recommendation for zoning ordinance 2026-18, Samuel Duke.
I'll second.
Got a motion by 4th District Magistrate Blamel, a second by 3rd District Magistrate Johnson to accept Planning and Zoning's recommendation for ordinance 26-18. Samuel Duke. Candy, call the roll.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Blingell?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Logston?
Thank you. Second reading for zoning ordinance 26-19, Deborah Fiscal.
Commonwealth of Kentucky, County of Bullitt, zoning ordinance number 26-11. An ordinance relating to the changing of zoning of certain property from agricultural and B1 highway business to R3 residential. The property in question is 5.361 acres, more or less, located at 384 and 516 Raymond Road, parcel number 027-SE0-08-018, in an unincorporated area of the county. Whereas the Fiscal Court of Bullitt County has considered the evidence of the public hearing held by the Joint Planning Commission and the recommendations of the Commission, the information provided in the staff report of the Office of Bullitt County Planning and Zoning, and the testimony and evidence presented at the public hearing held by the Fiscal Court, and whereas the Fiscal Court concurs in and adopts the reasons of the Joint Planning Commission for said zoning change and approves and accepts the recommendations of the Planning Commission in this matter as set out in said minutes, and determines that the proposed zoning change is acceptable and should be approved. Now therefore be it ordained by the Fiscal Court of County of Bullitt, Commonwealth of Kentucky, Section 1, that the above property located in the unincorporated area of Bullitt County, and more particularly described in the minutes and records of the Planning Commission, in docket number 2026Z-20, is hereby changed from agricultural and B1 highway business to R3 residential. Section 2, this ordinance shall take effect upon passage and publication as required by law. Section 3, should any section, provision, or part of this ordinance be declared unconstitutional or invalid for any reason by a court of competent jurisdiction, then the remainder of this ordinance shall not be affected and shall remain in full force and effect. Section 4, all ordinances and resolutions to the extent they are inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed. Given first reading and public hearing at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 5th day of May 2026, given second reading at a regular meeting of the Bullitt County Fiscal Court on the 19th day of May 2026.
Thank you, Tammy.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the recommendation from Planning and Zoning for ordinance 2619.
Second.
Got a motion by 1st District Magistrate Sanders, a second by 2nd District Magistrate Logsdon to accept the recommendation of Planning and Zoning for zoning ordinance 26-19. Deborah Sissel. Candy, call the roll.
Mr. Blingell?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Logsdon?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Thank you. Actions requested on the 2026-2027 Kentucky Pride Fund Household Hazardous Waste Management Grant Agreement. And I'm going to put that in the form of a motion, but Christie's here to answer any specific questions if you have any.
I'll second.
And I have a second by First District Magistrate Sanders. Candy, call the roll.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Bleemel?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
And real quick, I want to thank, Christie, thank you for all the work I know you did and on that house and that property outside of Mount Washington as you're going towards Nelson County. I know it's been a lot of complaints for a long time. Yeah, it looks really nice there. Thank you for all the work and spearheading that.
She's been very busy because she took care of one in my area too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you.
We have several long-term ones that you
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
And then-
All your hard work.
And also on Lover's Lane, too. Thank you. Okay, so actions requested on the 2026-2027 Kentucky Pride Recycling Grant Agreement, and I'm going to put that in the form of a motion.
Second.
I have a second by Second District Magistrate Logston. Candy, call the roll.
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Mr. Bleemel?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes, thank you. New hires and promotions. We have Jonathan Clements Mattingly, an EMT full-time at $19.50 an hour, effective May 20th. And I'd like to put that in the form of a motion to hire Mr. Mattingly.
I'll second.
I have a second by Third District Magistrate Johnson. Candy, call the roll.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Bleemel?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Motion
And
carried.
and Beth Andini, the same thing, EMT, full-time, $19.50 an hour, effective May 20th, 2026. And I'm going to put that in the form of a motion.
I'll second.
I have a second by Third District Magistrate Johnson. Candy, call the roll.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Bleemel?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes,
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Motion
thank
carried.
you. Next one is EMS. We'd like to change the following from part-time to full-time with no pay increases. Ashley Lawrence, EMT Advanced, to full-time EMT Advanced, no change in her hourly rate at $22.09. I'm going to put that in the form of a motion.
Second.
Got a second by Fourth District Magistrate Bleemel. Candy, call the roll.
Mr. Bleemel?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes,
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Motion
thank
carried.
you. We're putting Mr. Lawrence on hold for right now. He's getting ready to, he thinks he's going to be accepted into the police academy. John Bellenkamp, part-time EMT Advanced to full-time EMT Advanced, no change in his hourly rate either, at $24.64 an hour. And I'm going to put that in the form of a motion.
I'll second.
Got a second by First District Magistrate Sanders. Candy, call the roll.
Judge Summers?
Yes.
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Bleemel?
Yes.
There you go. Help keep the grass from growing so high. Over at the road department, we'd like to hire a part-time tractor mower operator at $20 an hour, effective May 20th, Mr. Kevin Thompson. And I'm going to put that in the form of a motion.
Second.
Got a second by Fourth District Magistrate Bleemel. Candy, call the roll.
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Bleemel?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Thank you. Down at the Animal Control, we are really short on help. Full-time kennel attendant at $15 an hour, effective May 20th, 2026. A young man by the name of Brian Russell. I'm going to put that in the form of a motion.
I'll second.
Got a second by Third District Magistrate Johnson. Candy, call the roll.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Bleemel?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes,
Ms. Sanders?
thank you.
Yes.
There you go. Vera, what time is it?
The time is 10:30. Time to adjourn.
I'm going to second that motion. Candy, call the roll.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Mr. Bleemel?
Yes.
Judge Summers?
Yes,
Ms. Sanders?
Yes.
Mr. Logston?
Yes.
Motion carried.
thank you all.
And folks, don't forget, we've got mental health board graduation tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
1:30.
All right,
I was gonna say-
Go vote.
go vote.
Oh, yes.
Judge, do you know anything about the railroad crossing's gonna be closed the end of this week? I was gonna bring that up.
No.
Newman Hill, which
Where
has
at?
no outlet. Newman Hill,
No, I didn't know.
Forest Hill.
Right there before Jewett's place.
Jewett's agreed that they can come out Cundiff, you know, as long as
Sure.
people don't
Yeah.
speed and all that through his farm.
Okay.
But Newman